I'm really excited. I mean, this is just like on TV.
Today we're at Travis and Linda Sasser's house, and we are doing a full front yard renovation from landscape to front porch styling and everything in between. They're gonna have a brand new, beautiful space to enjoy with their family.
Hey, I'm Travis.
I'm Linda.
And this is Miles. We've lived here for a little over a year. This was our first house together.
Yeah.
So we were both coming from our own separate residence.
One of the things I loved about this house, and the reason I had been stalking it for a long time, is that it was one of the few houses in Midtown that was completely renovated. Nothing needed to be done on the inside and was move-in ready.
The outside was completely untouched for probably several years. Once we did get down to kind of the bare bones, there were some pretty awesome things that we kept, but a lot of it had to be removed before we could move forward.
One of the great things about the exterior of the house is it's got a great porch, and we want to be able to sit outside and people watch and have a cup of coffee in the morning. And we didn't really know what to do with the front yard. It was just kind of a space, and we don't have any experience in landscaping. So Travis was on the task.
So I put a couple more chairs on this side as well, so that you just have a little more seating again if you have more people over.
Definitely.
And then one thing I didn't mention was this access to the backyard that's here. So you just kind of split it so that you got some ability to get back there other than just going down the driveway.
Right. Yeah, because I'll use that as that's how I get my little cart back and forth. Actually, use that side.
Yes.
Carrying tools and stuff like that. So it's perfect.
So after we got to know Catherine a little bit, of course we started following her social media, and we learned about Festival of Flowers, checking out, of course the whole thing, but then we saw her specific, design, and we met Jeremy Wiggins. We felt like for what we were trying to accomplish, where the price point was, we felt really comfortable about it. We felt really comfortable about Jeremy, and those guys came out and did this all in a day, which would have taken me several weekends. And I didn't want to make any mistakes, it would have been my first time to tackle some of the different aspects of this. And I actually learned a lot. I was out here with them, and I helped where I could, but I just sat back and watched, and I learned a lot of little tricks about landscape, and was so glad to have made that connection and established that relationship with Jeremy. They did a good job.
All right, Travis. So we have ordered stuff online you ordered it.
Mm-hmm.
It came in.
Mm-hmm.
It's here. You unboxed all of it. We
Yes,
have to
I did.
assemble some of it.
Correct.
Which is fine. And then I brought a ton of stuff that I shopped for. And today is our get it all done, put it on the porch, in and out. You're going to have it all done in one day.
Right, this is it.
This is it.
The final.
The finale.
Yeah.
You already had the landscape done.
Correct.
With One Stop Services, which you're wearing their hat.
Yes.
You're really bought in.
I'm a big fan. They did a good job. They did a great job.
They did an amazing job. The grass looks amazing. I really want to see you do some
We can do that later.
grass angels. It's simple. It's a super simple landscape, but how is it made? Because they did it a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's been almost a month
Yeah.
since it's been installed. Yeah.
And it looks great. All right, well, you ready to get started assembling furniture?
Yeah.
You said you wanted to make it a competition, but I don't because I'll choke.
Well,
If I probably would win if I knew it wasn't a competition, but if I know it's a competition, I will absolutely fail.
okay.
So, you
Well,
want to make it a competition?
Yeah, sure. Make it a competition.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
All right, chairs are done.
Sweet.
We got mailbox to paint,
Yep.
flags to hang,
Yep.
ferns to hang,
Ferns.
and fern to plant.
Right.
So I'm going to give you mailbox to paint,
And flags.
flags to put up,
Okay.
and I will do the ferns.
Okay.
You ready to go?
Sounds good.
All right, let's go. all a very big group effort. Travis went out and cut down the holly tree that was in the front yard. Originally, the plan had some monkey grass in the front yard, but Jeremy suggested that we install real sod grass instead, which we did that, and it's turned out great. There was way more sun here than I thought there would be. Travis suggested that we turn the little area next to the driveway into a flagstone area so that when the UPS and other delivery guys come in, they can get in easily and not have to run over any landscape beds. It just made the most practical sense. The homeowners had these big black numbers for their address on the front of their house, so they took those down and did a little smaller, more decorative ones on their front door, which I really love. Also installed 2 flags, an American flag and also a historic neighborhood flag. We wanted to give a little bit of change to their current mailbox. Instead of silver or like a brushed nickel, we changed it to an oil rub bronze. As always, I started off with a completely clean slate. We cleaned off the entire porch of all the existing furniture. We laid out a brand new rug that is completely weather resistant. Then we added a glider, 2 club chairs, a coffee table, which is perfect for storage, and then a side table and a tray on top of the coffee table for accessories. The opposite side of the porch, we added 2 rocking chairs, a center table to share between the 2 of them, and then accessories and pillows. We chose an overall theme of navy blue with a little bit of a sage green and gray, and I felt like they were neutral enough where the yellow paint on the house wasn't going to be overpowering with all of those colors put together. So it's pretty neutral, but kind of a color neutral. We also added a fern to either end. I love to add a nice big fern to either side of a porch rather than in the front so it doesn't block the view. I also added a plant to the foot of the glider because I just felt like a little bit of green was necessary. When you have it up in the air, you also need some down on the ground as well.
I always, knew we would get there. I've obviously seen, Catherine's work, through Simple.Honest.Design. So I knew we would get there. It's just, it's kind of like, at this point in life, it's kind of akin to the night before Christmas, and you're just waiting. When you look back at where we came from, and then you try to imagine, where we're at with it, it's just, it's hard. It's a process, and we knew it would end up beautiful. It's just, it's just very exciting.
Can you see the perspiration on my eyebrows? Oh Lord. That seems very comfortable.
Check it out. Yep, that's right.